Nuno, man. Nuno's been sacked by Tottenham. Mad. Just after 4 months in charge. That's crazy. And hey, if you're wondering about the eye, I've done it playing a football match. Yeah. So yeah, I went up for a header and the guy's basically come down with an elbow, split open my literally just above the eyeball and just underneath the eyebrow. There was literally like a deep hole. So I had to go and get stitches, and yeah, the rest is history pretty much. But if you're just wondering, that's the reason why my eye's busted up like this. But anyway, let's get back to Tottenham now. I'm an Arsenal fan myself, so obviously I'm not I don't really watch Tottenham. You know, Tottenham for me are like the lowest of the low for me. But I would say that when they were in really good form, when they had Pochettino, they were just like flying high, man. They were flying real high, but I don't understand what's going on at the club. I don't know what's happened to the players. The players don't look up for it. They just don't. They just lack a bit of, I don't know if it's confidence. I have no idea what it is, but they're just not looking good, man. They're not looking like a team. And that's me being an Arsenal supporter. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying I feel sorry for Tottenham, but what I'm saying is they just don't look the same as they have done. I've always seen Tottenham as an attacking side. I've never really seen them be a very good defensive side. They've always had good attacking players and always been good at, you know, scoring goals and attacking. But I don't know, man. They've just gone completely backwards this season, man. I have no idea. And that's not to say that Arsenal haven't. Like, I know Arsenal have been through their fair share of failures, and they have been going through that for a long time now. But, you know, Tottenham, it's really bad. Like, really bad. But anyway, we're going to get straight into this. This is obviously like a talk sport reaction. Obviously, I didn't want to just come here on camera and just talk because I thought it'd be quite boring. It would be quite nice to see the talk sport guys have their say and see what they think of the whole situation. And then obviously after, I'll give back my feedback. So guys, before we start this video, do make sure you leave this video with a like, subscribe to the channel, and remember to turn on that notification bell so you're up to date with my latest content. People, without further ado, let's get straight into this video.
Yeah, good morning, Ali. Good morning, Jamie. Massive news, as you say, but not necessarily surprising news. In the last few moments, TalkSport have had confirmation. Nuno Espirito Santo sacked as Tottenham Hotspur manager. We spoke to people close to the situation this morning. They said it was very much business as usual, but there was a caveat. They said things can change quickly. Things have changed quickly. Nuno Espirito Santo only appointed to take charge at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the summer after himself being relieved of his duties at Wolverhampton Wanderers, sacked again by Spurs. That defeat against Manchester United, the reaction from the supporters and from the players quite tellingly as well. All too much for Daniel Levy. We covered the story on the Sunday session and the boot room yesterday. We know that Daniel Levy was deep in consultation with his sporting director, the director of football, Fabio Paratici. They have decided to pull the trigger. Nuno has been relieved of his duties this morning. And as I say, I think the reaction from the fans and the players, from what I'm told, he wasn't a popular figure around the training ground. I'm sure Jamie has picked up on that as well. Yeah. I was told by one source close to the dressing room that he had a bigger ego than Jose Mourinho as far as the players were concerned, and not quite the coaching CV to back up that ego. So I think the writing was always on the wall.
Okay, Crookie, thank you very much. It might not be that much of a shock, Jamie. However, it is still absolutely massive news. First question I've got for you, my friend, is this.
Don't ask me who they're going to bring in.
They've got to have somebody.
I mean,
surely they've got to have somebody lined up. Yeah?
They must have someone lined up. I don't know who that person is, but they need to have someone who's going to come in with a better style of football. That's simple as that. We've got to play attacking football. The players have not reacted well to Nuno. You can see that in the performances. You know, no shots on target. They're not playing for him. They look down and dejected. So the writing was on the wall, especially when you're playing against Manchester United at home on TV, and the fans are booing you. It was time for him to maybe move on. I feel for him. He's only had 10 games, so he hasn't really been able to really get a team together. So I feel for him, but There's huge expectation at Spurs. You have to come in and get results instantly.
Yeah, but the thing is, you say that. Yeah, the thing is about Spurs. This is why, for me, Spurs fans are quite annoying because it's almost like any manager that comes in, it's like, number one, you don't have too much history. You're not very. You haven't won a title in how God knows long. Like, you haven't won any silverware to back anything up. So when you look back at your history, it's like, who can you relate back to and say, oh, I wish we played like. It's almost like Manchester United. It's like, like Fergie. Oh, remember when Ferguson? Yeah, Ferguson. It's the same with Arsenal. Oh, Arsene Wenger. When we had the Invincibles, like, and I get annoyed at Arsenal fans that when we get managers in, it's like, oh yeah, but the Wade Wenger. It's like, leave that in the past. Like, focus now. That's in the past. And it's the same with Spurs. It's almost like any manager that comes in, you don't stand a chance. Like, because they don't give them enough time to build a philosophy. Yeah, Pochettino came in, he was there for a good while, and I don't even think you gave him enough, a longer amount of time. He was there for how many seasons? Got you to second in the league, I think he got you to a cup final. Like, that is the closest you'll ever be to a piece of silverware, and you get rid of him. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So now you're trying to find the perfect manager that is going to take over Spurs. And now they're all saying, oh, Conte. It's like, but then Conte, a very good manager, but is he going to suit Spurs, the attacking? Is he going to suit that kind of play? I don't know. But I just think, man, like, you need to give a manager time to build a team. Like, he needs the right players. Spurs don't have the right players. Okay. You could argue they have Kane and Son, which they're phenomenal players. I will never ever, I'll never criticize them. Kane, okay, he's scored one goal pretty much, but he's still a good player. Son is still a good player. I look at that Spurs team, I'm like, where's your Dele Alli's? Dele Alli's dropped off the market for some reason. Like, he's not on the ball. Ndombele, oh yeah, but we got Ndombele. He don't affect nothing. He's good. He's good at holding up the ball. He's good at turning plays. He's good at, he's got good feet, but he don't get assists. He doesn't score goals. So you look at that Spurs side. Who've you got? You ain't got no one. So to blame the manager and boo the manager is just an understatement. You need to be booing the players. You need to be booing everyone at that club to build a better team, get better players in, and yeah, get a better manager in. But the players are also responsible for that too. That's all I'm saying.
And if you don't, Levy will get rid of you.
Alex, can you tell me, any official word from Tottenham?
Yep, just received that, Ali, in the last few seconds. The club can today announce that Nuno Espirito Santo and his coaching staff have been relieved of their duties. Fabio Paratici, Managing Director of Football, said, I know how much Nuno and his coaching staff wanted to succeed. I regret that we have had to take this decision. Nuno is a true gentleman and will always be welcome here. We should like to thank him and his coaching staff and wish them well for the future. And Tottenham end their official statement this morning by saying a further coaching update will follow in due course. But perhaps it doesn't take a genius to work out that Ryan Mason, still part of the coaching setup, having been parachuted into the position of interim manager last season, may well get that call again. And I'll tell you what, Ali, it's an interesting point, isn't it? Because it looked at one stage in the summer that Nuno would be going in at Crystal Palace.
Amazing.
Look how well they've done under Patrick Vieira. I think this morning Crystal Palace might be feeling quite happy with their decision.
Yep. Alex, thanks very much, my friend. Trev, just a quick one, mate. We can't say it's a massive surprise, right? We've got to be completely upfront about that. But is he a little bit unlucky?
He's very unlucky.
5
wins, 5 losses, 10 games to be in the job. I think the players should be embarrassed by what they've given him.
Embarrassing, mate.
You've got players who've come in. Romero, he's got a lot to say to Fornals when he digs him out on the floor, when he's took a heavy challenge. But actually, the ability they've shown and the desire to win football matches for Tottenham Hotspur.
Embarrassing, mate.
I think it's not just one man losing his job, and this is where I hate talking about managers getting the sack or who's favourite to get the sack. This is a group of men who've committed themselves and give that commitment to Nuno. They've all probably moved away from home, away from their families, and they've all been sacked this morning. I think that's absolutely disgraceful.
I think Trev's got his point, Jamie's, you know. Players have got to, they must take some responsibility, surely.
Absolutely. The players should be ashamed of themselves, because at the end of the day, as a manager, you are relying on 11 other guys to go out there and put in a performance from you. And they haven't done that for him. They've not been good enough. Whether you like him or not, whether his training was good, whether he had an ego, whatever. As a player, you go out there and you give everything on the football pitch. And Spurs players haven't done that, and that is unacceptable.
Well, you heard it here first in TalkSport. A reminder of that. Breaking news came in this morning that Nuno Espirito Santo has been sacked as Tottenham manager after just 10 Premier League games. We'll have more reaction, of course, from 10 o'clock with Jim White, Simon Jordan and former Spurs midfielder Danny Murphy.
TalkSport.
Unbelievable, man. Honestly, all you Spurs, man, should be ashamed of yourself. I don't know if this video is going to get views. I don't know if there's going to be people commenting, but I probably will get a lot of hate because I am an Arsenal fan as well. But it's like, you don't do that to people. You don't do that to a manager. Like, okay, it's not the fans' decision, it's the club's decision. But even when you're booing, it's like, why are you booing? Why are you booing? You're booing your manager. Like, and at the end of the day, it's not just the manager, it's the team. It's the team. It's the likes of people that Harry Kane that ain't stepping up to the plate. Son, he's still playing good, but where's the leadership? Where is someone that can bring that team together and be like, you know what, yeah? The manager's come in, he's a new manager, he's got a new philosophy, let's try and stick by it. But within doubt, if things are going wrong on the pitch, let's get together, let's try and win. Let's give our all for the team and for the club. No matter what manager we get, no matter what the philosophy. And they've not done that. They're just being little wimps. Oh, the manager's got an ego. Who cares? Mourinho's had the ego. Mourinho, when he was at Chelsea, he probably still had an ego then, but the players still work for him. They work hard. You could say Alex Ferguson had ego about him. He had a bit of character about him. Arsene Wenger is to say, but you can't say, the manager has ego. All managers have a bit of character about them. But it's what the team do. It's what the players do. And that's why I look back in the early 2000s, 90s, 80s area. I'm like, these players were bred different, man. These players had the mentality to win football matches despite the manager, despite what the fans were saying. They're going to go out and win the game for the team, not, I'm on 200 grand a week, I don't care. Get a new manager in. Like, it's bullshit. It's that bullshit mentality that's it's so annoying. And it's like, it's not like Tottenham don't have quality. Like Kane, Son, like Dele Alli, like he was probably one of the best midfielders. How many seasons ago now? Like, what's happened? Like, what has happened to that team? Like, honestly, they even need to get rid of most of those majority of players, get new players in, quality players in, or players that are actually going to work hard for the club. And, of course, you need good management. I get that. But the way they've treated this guy, man, it's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. The guy, Portuguese guy, I can't remember what club he was at before, to be honest with you. I can't remember, but did a decent job there. And they've obviously brought him in for a reason, because they think he's probably a decent manager. You don't bring in bad managers. It's, maybe apart from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who decent, he's okay, but he's nothing over Nuno. I'll probably say Nuno's a better manager than him. But it's like you don't bring in managers unless they have a bit of something about them, or they're actually doing something, and it's just a shame, man. It's a shame. Five wins, 5 losses. Okay, it might not be your best record from last season, but give the guy some time. You've given him 4 months to work with the players that you've got already at that club. So he's come into a Tottenham team that are average anyway. They're boring. Like, they're average to watch anyway. So for me to blame the manager, man, like, it's just embarrassing. It's just typical Tottenham for me. Typical Tottenham. Pochettino, but we're not winning anything. Bro, the man got you second in the league. The man got you to a cup final. Okay, you didn't win it, but he got you there. He got you so close to silverware. Maybe if you give him another season or 2, he could have won you something. But no, let's sack him. Impatient people, man. Honestly, ain't got time for that. I'm like, and as an Arsenal fan, yeah, we got Arteta in. There have been times I'm like, get him out. But you know what? Give him a bit of time. Now we're actually doing okay. We're not doing too bad, but we've given the man time. Same as Man United. Okay, Ollie's not having the best time, but you got to give managers a bit of time. Sometimes it might take a season. It might take 2 or 3 seasons to get it right. It was the same with Alex Ferguson. Probably, if not the best or greatest Premier League manager. Like, you had to give the man time. He wasn't that great in his first season. it's just mad, man, how business works nowadays in football. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I know some of these Spurs fans are going to be watching this video, so let me know in the comment section what you think. I don't want to slate you too much, because I do. When I have watched Tottenham Hotspur in the past, I've actually enjoyed the football. Like when you had people like Bale and Defoe there, I loved watching it. The attacking football was unbelievable. You know, and you know, I'm not saying that I hate Tottenham as a club. I don't hate them, but it's like they've always been that team that are very impatient because they ain't won that league. They ain't won it yet, and it's like you got to be patient, man. Otherwise, you're not going to get nowhere. And that, I'm not even a pro, but you know, I watch football a lot. I play it, and it's like you got to give the manager time. Simple as that. Anyway, guys, that's enough of my debate and ranting now. I hope you enjoyed that video. Like I said, give me your feedback in the comment section. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? I'd love to hear what you have to say about this issue at Tottenham now. And let me know in the comment section, who do you think they're going to bring in now? Is it Conte? What kind of manager are they going to bring in? A youthful one, an old one? Who knows, man? I don't really know who's going to turn that Tottenham team around, but if that was me, I'd be getting rid of most of those players anyway. But anyway, guys, you were here with your boy Jordan GK. This is more Jordan GK Reacts, and I will see you in the next video.